Twitter and on my previous video, I mentioned that I was starting a very, very big project. And oh my god, I'm losing my voice. Very special project. Very big project. Something that is going to eventually lead to 52 videos at least, and if not more, because there's going to be other stuff throughout this 52 video thing. So, what is this project, you ask? Well, I just got this book, The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin, and I started reading it and I thought to myself, this could work. And if you don't know anything about the Happiness Project, she basically took a year and she decided, I'm going to focus on one thing about myself each month for a whole year, and hopefully at the end of it I will be a happier person. And she wasn't trying to say that she was unhappy necessarily, she just was more, say, content, and she wanted to be as happy as she possibly could be. And she just wanted to see if she could make herself happier. And me, I'm a little bit lower on the scale. I don't like using the word unhappy to describe myself, because I'm a lot happier now than I was 8 months ago, but I definitely have bad moments, and I definitely have bad days, and I want to cut out the amount of bad days that I have, because I am a very negative person just in general. Mentally, I have issues with seeing the good in things. And not seeing the good in people, because I do see the good in people. I'm one of those people that if you haven't given me a reason not to trust you, I will trust you. And that's not exactly a good thing, but with everything else, I tend to see the negative. So I want to stop doing that. I want to start seeing the positive side of things, because it's not fun to always see the negative side of things. I always feel down, or I'm glum or gloomy, or I don't want to get out of bed, or I'm always tired, or whatever. So I have some things that I'm going to do this year that are going to hopefully change that. And it's sort of, I guess, like a New Year's resolution, but it's more than that. I've never been one to keep New Year's resolutions, so we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping, since I consciously know that other people are expecting me to do these things, I will do them. That's how it always was with school and stuff. If someone expected me to do it, I did it, because, I don't want to fall below anyone's expectations of me. In fact, I want to soar above people's expectations of me. I've always been that way. The past few years, it's been a lot. I just haven't been as good as I have in the past, if that makes sense. So, like, with school and everything, I slacked the past couple years, which is not good, because junior, senior, super senior years, I say super senior because I was in a 5-year program where we had a second senior year. But junior, senior, super senior years are the most important years for getting into college. So, bad years to slack. Really bad years to slack. And I had reasons. I really did. I know everybody probably says that, but please trust me, I had a lot of stuff going on in my brain and outside in my environment, in my world. Things were going on. So, and not that that's an excuse, because even though those things were dire to me, I still should have been pushing myself in school, but I just got to a point where I didn't care about anything. Myself, my work, anything, except for a few important people to me. That's it. So, like I said, not that that's an excuse, but I had reasons. But I've fallen into a rut, I guess, like with that, and with how that was with school and how I am now. I'm in a rut. I used to be this bubbly and excited and just happy person all the time. I used to have fun, I used to be silly and goofy, and like I said, I still am those things. That side of me just doesn't come out very often anymore. And a lot of my friends can attest to this, because the only time I would ever get that way is if we were all together in a group doing something crazy and they were bringing it out of me. It wasn't ever voluntary. It was either them bringing it out of me or me trying to make everyone think I was okay. So I want to really be that way again, if you know what I mean. I want to embody that person that I used to be and become her again and be happy and silly and have fun and learn, because I love to learn. I love to challenge my brain. I don't know, I get this feeling when I do that, when I'm learning something, when I'm researching something, I get this feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a high, I guess. I don't know what it's like to be high, but I'm just guessing that that's what it's like. But it's just so exhilarating. That's the word, exhilarating, that when I'm learning something and researching something. And it's the same way when I'm super happy and with a whole bunch of people. Now, I am 3,000 miles away from most of my friends, and I'll admit I haven't really been talking to many of them because I've been so busy working 2 jobs and just having a family that actively does things together. So, if any of you happen to be watching this, I'm really sorry that I haven't been keeping in touch as well as I should have been. That's one of the things I want to work on this year, and my happiness project is keeping in touch with you guys. So, anyway, with that said, Gretchen Rubin put a template in the back of her novel. Well, I don't know if you call it a novel, but book. Anyway, she put a template in the back to talk about things, to explain like how she did it and how somebody else could do it. So, like right here, your happiness project. Each person's happiness project will be unique, but it's the rare person who can't benefit from starting one. So, I'm starting one. And I'm using a few, as I was reading this, I was using a few of her things that she did in mine, because they're things that we happen to share and needing to do. So, I have made a list of things I am not allowed to do this year, and a list of things that I need to do this year. And one of the things on my need to do list might not happen. I know that because I've been saying it for like 3 years now. I'm going to do it this year, I'm going to finish it this year, and I haven't done it yet. So I really hope I can push myself enough to do it, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So, this is my list of things I'm not allowed to do this year at all. So, I'm not allowed to get a haircut unless I'm getting the dead ends trimmed off, because I keep saying I'm going to let my hair grow and then I go and chop it off. And I miss having long hair. I used to have long hair like down to like right here, and it was so gorgeous. And I used to have people telling me all the time how beautiful my hair was. Now people say it's cute. Oh, your hair is so cute. I miss the beautifuls. So, I'm not allowed to drink soda at all. I started this in November, after my birthday. I was calling it like a birthday resolution. I wasn't going to have soda for a year. I broke that once in December. It's January 1st, by the way. I broke that one time in December, like December 15th or something. But from November 5th to December 14th, I'll say, I did not have a soda, and I felt so good. So I'm going to try to go an entire year without drinking soda. Laziness. I'm a very lazy person. I will freely admit that. I would much rather, no matter how much I love to learn, I would much rather sit and watch mindless television. I don't know why. Maybe it's less effort. I don't know. I really do love to learn and love to research, but it's like when I have my bookshelf next to my TV and for some reason, I go to the TV. But I will say I do watch the Science Channel a lot. So the next thing on my list, lack of growth. Lack of growth is not allowed this year. I have to grow as a person. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Excessive spending. I'm really bad about saving money. I've saved a couple $100s right now for buying a car because my mom wouldn't let me bring my car with me to California and wouldn't give me the money when she sold it. So I am starting from square one and I need a car, otherwise I'm not going to be able to go to school this year. So I need to stop the excessive spending and save. Most of the things I buy are things for my guitar, like guitar strings, and I have a horrible habit buying notebooks every time I'm at Target or Walmart, pretty much. Not every time, but a lot. I end up going into the office section and I'm looking at the notebooks and I'm really picky about paper. So I'm like feeling the paper and looking at the size between the lines and everything. It's ridiculous. So there's that. I need to stop buying notebooks and pens and stuff. I have plenty of pens. I'll show you in a minute. But also staying up late is not allowed except in extreme circumstances. Debbie Downers, negative Nellies are not allowed. That's referring to me. And if I can avoid people that are like that, that would be good too, but mostly me. And bottling up emotions. I do that a lot. If something pisses me off, I just ignore it and push it deep down. And then a few months later, I explode and start crying at the tiniest little thing that doesn't matter. And everybody's looking at me like, what's the matter with you? Why does it matter that you broke your shoelace? I've never broken a shoelace, I'm just kidding. But something like that, something tiny like that doesn't even matter. I will like literally burst into tears and I'm trying not to cry. So I need to fix that. Stop bottling up emotions. One thing I really want to do is start writing in my diary daily. I used to do that, but I don't do it anymore. Anyway, to-do list. This is my to-do list in 2013. Be as healthy as possible. Get in great shape. Finish novel. That's the one that I keep putting off. The one that I've been saying I would do for years. Now, when I say finish novel, I mean finish my second draft of my novel. My first draft is finished. I wrote that by hand, 197 front and back pages, and I think it's really good. But I wrote it when I was 14, and I'm 19 now, so I should have a second draft by now. The reason I'm writing a second draft is because when I was like 16, 17, I realized, hey, when I was 14 I wasn't that great of a writer. I need to improve this story a bit, so that's what I've been setting out to do. And I've written a couple of chapters, or rewritten a couple of chapters, but a couple of chapters isn't going to cut it when I have to send it to a publisher. So, yeah. Buy a car. We already talked about that. Read at least 18 books, and that is something that comes in with the extra videos. I was going to say 24 books, but sometimes it takes me a while to finish a book, so 2 books a month doesn't seem like a lot, but when I'm working 2 jobs and I have all this other stuff that I'm doing, and I'm trying to go to sleep on time, and I'm trying to exercise, and I'm trying to do all these other things, I don't know if I'm going to have time to read 24 books. I'm going to try to exceed my goal, but I might not. So, but what I'm saying with the extra videos is I'm going to, every time I finish a book, I'm going to upload a review of the book. So, and that would be completely random, the reviews. So, take vocal lessons. Now, all of you people know that I already have a good voice, and I'm not trying to be cocky when I say that. I know I have a good voice, but I feel like it could be great. So, I want to take some voice lessons, learn how to properly breathe, properly make certain sounds. I know I can do it on my own, what I've figured out on my own, but I also know that there are proper ways to do it, and there are certain things I need to learn because I want to go to Berklee College of Music in Boston really bad. I cannot explain to you how bad I want to go to the school, but there are things I need to know to even get accepted into the school. So, voice lessons is on the top of the list. That, along with learning music theory. But that's involved with going back to school this year, which I won't be able to do if I can't buy a car. Everything's a cycle here. Make a blanket. Those of you who don't know, I love to knit. When I do it, I love to knit. It's another one of those things. It's like I have these hobbies, and I love to do them, but I don't do them. And I'm like, why am I not doing this? Why don't I ever do this anymore? Because I love to do it, but I don't do it. One of the things I'm going to try to work on this year is knitting a lot more than I have been. I've wanted to make a blanket for a long time. I've made one blanket, and it was a baby blanket, and I made it in strips. So I had stripes, and you know why it was so easy to make? Because it was only like 24 inches by 24 inches. So, well, might have been a little bit bigger than that. But I want to make a full size, maybe could fit on this bed over here, blanket. Alright. Discover 12 new artists. I need to start listening to more music. So, and I want to change what I've got, like what I know. I'm sorry, I just woke up, so I'm like... Hello again, my video camera died, so I had to plug it in. I had to change my venue as well so I could actually get to a plug. But, I think I was talking about the discovering 12 new artists. 12 new to me artists anyway. I want to listen to more music, but I want to start listening to people I haven't listened to before, because I always like to expand what I know about music and what I know about artists and the genres that I've listened to and all of that. So that's something else on my list. The last thing is learn yoga and meditation. I've always been intrigued by Buddhist meditation, and I want to start practicing it because I think it would help with my, my happiness, my internal peace. So that's something I want to look into. And there's a yoga place right down the road that's like $40 for a month, or no, it's like $30 for a month. It's like $1 a day. So that is something I want to look into because it's yoga, and I might be able to find a meditation class with that. But anyway, like Gretchen Rubin did, I'm going to be focusing on certain things each month. And for the last few months of the year, I haven't figured it out yet, but I think I will as the year goes on. But this is January's mission right here. Earlier bedtime, so like 9:30 to 10, something like that. No later than 10 o'clock, hopefully, except for extreme cases. Declutter and organize, which is something I'm going to focus on as a whole during the month, not like a daily thing. But I need to seriously clean out my closet. Personal health and hygiene. This is stuff like I have really dry skin and I never bother putting lotion on and that kind of stuff. Daily vitamins. I have these vitamins that are supposed to make my hair grow faster. I'm going to be taking those every day. And also a multivitamin and vitamin D because I don't go outside enough. Maybe that's one of the things I should work on this month. Or not this month, but sometime this year. Maintain my clean room. So right now my room is pretty clean. It's pretty nice compared to what it has been in the past. There's no clothes on the floor except for these, but I just threw it there. And so it's pretty clean, but I want to maintain that and keep it clean, all of that. And make doctor's appointments. That's something also as a whole this month is I need to make an appointment with the eye doctor because my glasses prescription, I think, is messed up, or at least expired, so I need to update it. I'm sorry, I keep yawning. So the glasses, and I also need to go to the dentist. Yeah, and I think I need to have my wisdom teeth removed, which is gonna suck, because I've heard that it's extremely painful. yeah, so that is January. And I'm going to hang these up on my wall so I have a daily reminder. And I'm going to do this. So, anyway, what I was talking about with the YouTube documentation, with the 52 videos, I'm going to, every day, make a little video, like a tiny little 2-minute video talking about the day and talking about whether or not I did what I'm supposed to be doing. And then at the end of the week, I'm going to compile all the videos, all 7, and upload it as one file. So you'll have a little, like a weekly tidbit of what I did that week, how, like if I did what I was supposed to do, if I did my lotion, if I took my vitamins, if I went to bed on time, if I made sure my room was clean. I'm going to be talking about that and then uploading it at the week. So those of you who understand the whole sun going around, or the earth going around the sun in 365 days. There's 52 weeks in a year, so that makes 52 videos. So you'll have 52 vlog style videos, and I want to make a point to upload a new song on my music channel weekly if possible, but at least bi-weekly. So you'll have those. And then every time I finish a book, the review on the book, so that'll be 18 more videos, at least 18. And then, anytime I discover a new artist, I want to do at least one new artist a month. Because I want to get a CD or something, I'm going to listen to the whole CD. I'm going to chew it and swallow it and just completely submerge myself into that artist for a while and be familiar with their work. I will upload a video talking about that. So, that's going to be a lot of work. But it's a project, and I like projects. I like the fact that Gretchen says that it's a project, because if I didn't call it a project, I probably wouldn't do it. I'm very bad at procrastinating, so I'm going to adopt one of her ideals from her book, a 1-minute rule. If something is going to take a minute or less to do it, I will not put it off. I will do it. Obviously, I'm not up to a good start today because I left these sitting on the floor, but I'm about to. You know what? I'll do that right now. I will put it in the closet. And I'll kill myself in the process. See? 1 down and 5 to go. So, anyway, I hope you guys like this idea. I hope you follow me on my journey, and like I say all the time, if you're not following me on Twitter, you should follow me on Twitter. It's Ellie Lee Jane. It's in the description. My music channel has a Facebook page. That's in the description. If you really like me and want to be friends for real on Facebook anyway, and not just like the page, message me, inbox me, whatever, on the music page, and I'll add you as a friend. So, I hope all of you had a wonderful New Year's. This was my first New Year's that I did not stay up to watch the ball drop. I wanted to. I planned to stay up and watch the ball drop. We were watching the Waltons, and we were going to turn it off at like 11 so we could watch the ball and all the New Year's Eve stuff. And I fell asleep on the couch at like 10:30. Well, like I kept falling asleep and waking myself up. So I was like, I gotta go to bed. This is not working for me. That was one of my extreme cases, and it didn't even work because I had to go to sleep. I was too tired. So I went to sleep, and yeah, I'm still tired. As you can tell, probably because my alarm clock still goes off at 5:30 in the morning. I need to change that to like 6 or something, give myself an extra 30 minutes. But yeah. So, oh yeah, there's another thing I'm going to do this year. I have a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. It's a Thomas Kinkade painting of a cottage with, like, at nighttime with flowers and stuff like that. I love Thomas Kinkade. I love a lot of his paintings. So I want to finish this puzzle and hopefully do a second one. I'd like to do 2,000-piece jigsaw puzzles and frame them and put them on my wall. But let me show you how clean my room is right now, so you know what I'm talking about. I can't really do much right now because my camera's stuck on the cord. That is probably the cleanest my desk has ever been. Oh, I have a new dry erase board. Let's see if the zoom will work so you can see what's up there. Says January, make dentist appointment, eye doctor's appointment, declutter, organize. That's a chart, so I'm going to be marking off if I actually did my thing every day. There's my bulletin board. Yeah, that's the cleanest my desk has pretty much ever been. Yeah. I need to make my bed, obviously, but like what I'm happy about is there's nothing on my floor except my purse and my guitar and my ukulele. No clothes on the floor, though. That's an improvement. There's my puzzle. Yeah, I have some books. One of the books I'm going to be reading for sure is The Hobbit. I finished The Time Traveler's Wife, by the way. I don't know if I told you guys I was reading that. It was amazing. And then I was like, hey, let me watch the movie. The movie sucked. It was, I don't want to say it sucked because I love Rachel McAdams, but it was not very good to me. Which, by the way, Rachel McAdams is scary skinny right now. She should see a doctor. She's very, very skinny right now. Eat something with protein, please. But the movie, I guess it's because I just read the book, so I had all these amazing expectations for the movie, and it just flopped, in my opinion, because the book was so good and so deep and intricate. So I guess it's probably impossible for them to turn it into a good movie, or at least accurate movie, because a lot of things were switched around, and people that were in the book weren't in the movie, and it just, very irritating. Oh yeah, and it didn't even talk about Claire sleeping with Gomez. It mentioned that none. I'm like, that's a twist. That's a twist that would have been good. Charisse didn't have a very big role. It didn't really accurately describe the miscarriages because Claire wasn't as emotional in the movie as in the book. You'd have to read it. It's amazing. The Time Traveler's Wife. It's an amazing book. The movie is mediocre, but worth watching, I guess. So I'm going to go because I think this video is like 20 minutes long at this point because of compiling this with the other one and the other one. But yeah, I will see you all. I won't see you. You'll see me later. Bye.